Hello there, blade fans and fixed blade lovers. This old sword coming at you once again with another fixed blade, another fixie. Now, there's some channels that don't do fixed blades at all. I like them both. Folders, fixed blades, big fixed blades, small fixed blades. What you're looking at here is the safe, so to speak, that this knife came in. Creative or Tactical Art, Bastinelli Creations. And that is what you get. This came to me from the Knife Center, one of the few places that had them available. And I've been looking at this guy for a long time. I'm going to pop that open. Comes with a little key that goes in there that locks it. You can twist it to lock it, and then you can key it closed. I would imagine you could keep some cash or your wallet in there, or it's waterproof. Anyway, there we are. That big box for a little knife. And you might say, well, maybe that's a justification for charging $340 for a little fixed blade knife. You could say that, but I like it. And this is the Telum by Bastinelli Creations. And I think a Telum has to do with like a spear or a dart. I think it relates to a dart. And this is a very dart-like knife. It's unusual by a couple of measures. Full-size handle, short blade, under 3 inches, double edge, one side partially serrated, a small knife that perhaps is a do-it-all, because you can work with that. You can cut line and cord and rope and strapping with that. And of course, as with every Bastinelli knife, it is a tactical use knife designed for combat, self-defense, police and military, what have you. This knife comes in 2 flavors. Both have the same kind of stonewashed black blade. I believe it's a DLC coating that they're using. And this one is in a kind of an OD green micarta. Hidden tang. And we've got the tang most likely, yep, going right out to there. Made by Fox in Italy. I think we can find that here somewhere. Or is it Lion Steel? Fox. Beautiful fuller down the middle. Broad arrow type, spearhead-like double edge. As I say, full handle. Lots of different grips with this thing. You've got a detent there, which is kind of an index for the thumb, should you want to hold it edge horizontal. You can roll it into the hand in case you want edge vertical. And it's a great little knife for all of your Filipino tactics, as well as really any edged weapon system that you may come upon. You've got enough handle here for maneuvering, for changing grip. You could even hold it between the fingers if you wanted to use it in a dart-like jabbing position. And it comes through quite sharp out of M390. And I think that's here somewhere too. Yep, we were just looking at it. M390. Let's measure it up. And then we'll do a compare with a few other small fixed blades, as well as maybe a couple of folders. 7 1/4 inches overall. And 2 3/4 inch blade with a cutting edge of yeah, a little less than that. Because we do have a choil here. Throat's a little sore today. Not coming down with anything, but if you hear me sucking on a lozenge, that's the reason why. Sorry to bother those of you who don't like sucking sounds. Whatever. So we're set to millimeters. Let's see if I can grab just the blade right here for the blade stock. 2.8 millimeters, fairly thin. In inches, 0.11, close as I can get to measuring the blade stock. I suppose I could go right in the middle here, see if I get the same thing. Actually, it's less there, so I think that's part of the grind process. That's not the blade stock. Let's get the handle. It's quite thin, 0.39. And you're also going to see that we've got quite a light blade. Let me center that scale for you. Okay. Yeah, 2.76 ounces. Feather light for a fixie. And it feels it. I mean, that's like nothing in your hand, and it's like nothing either on your belt or in your pocket. Comes with what they call a Tracker Dan clip. Can be substituted with, because you can remove those screws right there and take the clip off. You can use your ulti. You can use a strap, whatever you like. You could hang it from the holes on the end. Will go in the sheath either way. And I find that I can put it in that far and still have a very good friction fit with no rattle. I can push until it clicks, and now it's really in there quite well, but still will remove easily, and actually should thumb off, except you've got these long pieces of the Kydex here, so I don't know about thumbing it off. You might be able to work it in so it'll do that, but it is meant to simply grab it and go. Another look at that nice stonewash and that nice texture on the micarta handles. Really nicely done here. So if you hold this point down, this is very secure, and look at the built-in guard you've got. Your hand is not going to get near enough to that blade to do you any harm. Heavy texture here. And that's about the only place you're going to see the halves joined together. Micarta cuts pretty smoothly, but you will usually see a pronounced seam when they join the handle together like this. But right in the middle there, you can't see it or feel it at all. It's mainly in there where they cut in the texture. Very good texture here on the sides. Very good texture here. Just about anywhere you grab it, you're not going to slip on this knife. Now this channel here is really to accommodate the screws which stand proud of the handle. And that is not a glued on handle, so you can remove those screws with a T8, I believe, and take the handle slabs off, customize it, whatever you wish. But you've got this raised portion of the sheath to accommodate those, whichever way that you happen to put it in. I can't see too well without looking around the camera. Sorry about that. It's like trying to tie your shoelaces through a camera. So that's the sheath for the Telum. Let's compare it to another one I reviewed recently, Mini Kaiken from Williams Knives. these two are almost like yin and yang. They're roughly the same size, maybe exactly the same size. We got a single edge here with a completely neutral handle. We have a completely symmetrical handle here, one double edge, one single edge. This is getting to be one of my favorite pocket carry knives. Fits perfectly in the front pocket. Comes with a belt loop. Again, you could set this one up differently if you'd like. This one does have a nice upturn here of the Kydex to be able to pop it off with your finger. Should you carry that one in your front pocket, what you do is you set up a static line, attach it to your belt and the end of the sheath. So when you're withdrawing the knife, the static line holds on the belt, knife comes out of the sheath. That's one way to work it. Or you can simply clip it inside the pocket. It will stick up a little bit above that clip. And I'm not sure if you can orient that clip a little differently. But when you're dealing with double edges, you don't have a whole lot of options for sheaths. How about the Hex by Concept? An Ostap Hell design, a recent one. There's another real little knife with a karambit style ring. Really miniature. It's going to be smaller even than these two guys. But again, good candidate for neck knife, front pocket knife. Comes with a chain. So they're kind of telling you already, it's sort of a neck knife. And here's kind of a staple, a standard. Yes, the Spyderco Street Beat. And falling right in about the same size, maybe exactly the same size. Let's see. Yeah, tiny bit longer on the Telum. Longer handle on the Telum. Longer blade by a little bit on the Street Beat. Yeah, by about 3/4. Because you do have a sub 3-inch blade on the Telum sheath for the Street Beat. And if we were just to do comparison with the Rat 1, why not? You're going to see this is significantly smaller than the Rat 1. However, does have the double edge advantage, does have the fixed blade advantage, and you know what a fixed blade advantage is, right? Grab it and pull it. You don't need to open it. And no point of failure on the pivot. Bastinelli Creations, Telum. Quite the interesting, pricey little knife. M390 and micarta. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I will be back with you soon. Take care.